sees the fruits of what you're asking him to do, then I think they'll do anything for you. And right now, I think that's what we're seeing.
Are you happy to get into this part of the schedule? Some teams without numbers in front of their names?
Well, I mean, we'll play anybody, and we've proven that. The big thing to me is, we've done it for numerous years here. We've played a tough early schedule to hopefully help us for the conference schedule. Now, in years past, I think that tough schedule has we've gotten a lot of injuries, and it's kind of hurt us going forward. This year, so far it hasn't necessarily been the case. We've lost a few here and there, but, for the most part, I think it's strengthened our team and given them some sort of belief into, well, you know what, if this is what we're going to face, then I think I could be pretty successful both offensively, defensively, special teams, and I think that they're starting to believe that now. And in anything you do, if you believe in it, you're probably going to be pretty successful at it.
I want to talk individually about R.J. Williams. I know you've moved him into the secondary. He's typically a wide receiver. What did you see in him, and how has he performed as he goes into the third game on the defensive side?
Well, R.J.'s still playing offense too, so he's not just exclusively defense, but he does start on defense here for us. And the reason why we went to it, R.J. is an extremely intelligent football player. I'm talking when he's on offense, Coach McCarthy will call a call, and RJ will be the first one to say, you can't do it that way, you got to do it this way. And 99% of the time, RJ's right, and Coach McCarthy's like, oh, yeah, and it's the same thing on defense. RJ had one practice on defense and no meeting, and was pointing around our defensive backs on where to go and what the calls were. So it helps intelligence-wise just having somebody out there who understands football and understands what everybody's trying to do both offensively and defensively. And not to mention that he's a pretty good athlete too, so that obviously helps somebody who's able to produce on offense like he has a couple games for us this year and be able to produce on defense. So it's a welcome sight, and we kind of, as a coaching staff, I know you say we're young, but we're also thin in some areas, and we just made a commitment a couple weeks ago to say, listen, we're just going to play our best athletes. I don't care if it's both sides of the ball. Actually, 2 weeks ago we had Brandon Ruffin playing some defensive back too. So, we're just trying to put the best players out there, give us the best chance to win on Saturday.
Talk about the rivalry we got with the Eagles that come in here. You've been playing them since they started their program back in 2013. I think it's fun just because of all the local kids playing each other again on both sides of the ball. What's it like on the coaching sidelines?
Well, on the coaching sidelines, I've been coaching against Robert Morris for 6-7 years now, and it's always a challenge. They're a physical ball club that's really sound. They don't beat themselves. You're not going to see them come out and do something one week and do something else the next week. They have a system and they stick to it, and they recruit the kids for it, and they're very successful at it. So, it doesn't matter what you do in football. It's how you prepare and how you do it. And they're no different, and they present some challenges on offense. They're a big offensive line that's physical, that try to pound you. And just like anything else, if you commit to that, then it opens up things on the outside and those sort of things. So we got to do a good job today of being balanced and trying to take away both if we can do that. And then defensively they're similar to us a little bit. They're a three-man front and very active at the second level. So our offensive line's got to do a good job of getting to the second level and getting their blocks so that we can open up some holes for Dwayne and Mike and those guys.
After a scouting report, is there anything that you've keyed in on that if you do this correctly today, you're going to come out with a win?
Well, on defense, if we stop the run and stop the pass plays that we know, there's certain things that they do that we know a specific route is coming. So if we stop those specific things, we should be okay. And on offense, it's about running the ball and not turning it over. And for the past couple weeks on offense, last week on offense, it's about as good as it gets. We have a system within our program that you have to score more touchdowns and turnovers, and last week we were +8 on offense. So if you're +8 on offense, I told them this week, I said, if you're +8 on offense, I like our chances. So I mean, those are the things that we always talk about offensively. Hey, run the football and don't turn it over. And we've been pretty good at that the past couple of weeks.
We took the lumps in the beginning part of the year. Let's get some conference wins, huh?
Yeah, let's go, guys. Thanks a lot.
Good luck, Coach.
Seventh game, not us. Seventh game against Robert Morris. I thought we had an incoming here. It's the Saints are 4-2 against this team. They've won the last two. Last year was an incredible game, a 2-point victory over the Eagles right here in Joliet, 29-27. Came down for that game. It's just one of the reasons why this rivalry is so fun, and the fact that it falls on homecoming today is puts up the juice a little bit more. And I don't think it can be understated the importance of this game. I don't think Coach Curry would admit it, but I think this is one of the more important games they're going to play just because of going into the conference.
You could look back on this game at the end.
They announced teams in Trinity International last week against Lawrence Tech. In my view, they beat the teams they should have beat. They lost to the teams they probably should have lost to, but now it really matters. This is when it comes down to it. When you start to get into that conference schedule, that's when you really need to be playing your best football and win some games, and it really starts today against Robert Morris, who on paper looks pretty evenly matched.
This is a dead even matchup, but to your point, Nick, how do you get better? By playing better people early in the season. It's not a conference. Yeah, you play number 1, you play number 3, you play number 6. It makes you better, especially with this young roster. We talked about it. 40, 50% of these kids are freshmen and sophomores. They don't understand the speed of the college game. It took them 3-4 games to get up to speed.
And St. Francis, I believe, carry last week. A possession is 7 now for
that gap.
Of course, school quite a bit, and Kavan's going to get the second carry here on the counter play. Breaks one tackle, cuts it inside the hash mark. Is going to pick up a big first down. Little guy running hard up to the 45-yard line, and he'll pick up about 16 yards and an Eagle first down.
Now, actually, on the first 2 plays, Robert Morris has brought in their backup quarterback, Jack Sheehan. He took the first 2 snaps, so we don't know if Quinn Kelly is injured or they're going to rotate the quarterbacks, but that might be something that we'll have to watch.
First down, Robert Morris at its own 45-yard line.
First down for the Eagles at the 45 with Kavan Johnson, I believe, the tailback here. The single back set. Man in motion right to left. He's Holden. 3 plays,
nice
3
play.
gives to Johnson, and he's hitting the backfield that time. One of the first ones there. Rio Strama, guess where he's out of? That's right, Joliet Catholic with the tackle.
Chris Peters makes that play from his defensive end. He actually caused a pile, caused the running back to bounce it back outside, then inside, so the pursuit can come and make that play.
Second and 12.
Loss goes for 2.
I'm kind of digging the new helmets, the white helmets. Kind of like that. Makes them look faster.
Yeah, white helmet with the gold Bernie on the side. Second down to 12. Sheehan in the shotgun this time. Kavan Johnson right hip. There's the snap. High snap and handle. Handoff to Johnson again. Nice hole up to the 50-yard line. He'll pick up 7 on the carry, but it brings up third down for the Eagles.
This is an old school game. Ball, and watch this. A little high snap.
Pocket hits his own offensive lineman, and down he
tackle.
just 3 wideouts left, 1 to the here for the Saints on first down.
This is the same for Robert Morris.
A first down. Keegan James.
That down.
And that's what St. Francis has done all year. They run, run, run. Again, check off to the sideline for the play. 3 wide receivers right. 1 right is Justin Bruns. Milton on the left hip of Dedman. Blitz shown by Robert Morris, and they're going to get to Major this time. He'll go backward back to the 10-yard line. Ball's on the ground, but they're going to say forward progress. Yep, exactly right. Forward progress was stopped. Whistle blows it dead. Thankfully for St. Francis, Robert Morris came in late to strip that away.
Now, we'll see on this next play, but the difference between the NFL and college, in NFL that you could talk to your quarterback in his helmet up until 15 seconds. And let's see if he was, for forced progress. Nice block by Milton there. Yeah, he was stopped. Then the ball pops out. Now, see him right there. He's looking over. Now, he's getting the play from the sidelines. A lot of
So it's a sideline warning on the Eagles. Just a warning, though, no penalty, so it does bring up fourth down. I assume you're going to kick it here. And here comes Josh Holberry. He's 0 for 1 on just 1 attempt this season. It was a 29-yarder then. And another flag coming in behind the Robert Morris defense. we'll hear from the referee again here. Did you see anything, a little extracurricular activity here?
I didn't see that, but it could be a legal substitution, 12 guys in there. I don't see how you could have 12 guys on the first quarter field goal attempt.
Saw Derek Wentworth getting pretty animated there after the penalty was thrown. He's talking to Coach Curry right now. Here's our referee. Yep. Wow. Kenny Kirkland, the senior out of Minooka, and which is interesting because Derek Wentworth, the offensive lineman for the Saints.
That's a first down.
Yep. Derek Wentworth is the offensive lineman for the Saints, also from Minooka. Those two played together in high school.
They're probably discussing if they like Reese's or Snickers bar for Halloween.
Yeah.
That's why I'm guessing that conversation.
I'm going to stick with that too. There he is, Kirkland, the senior. He leads the Eagles in tackles this year. Linebacker from Minooka. New life in the red zone, and that could come back and bite the Eagles here.
I would run this behind Wentworth and Bikema. That's just me.
Give it to the all-conference lineman. Motion, jet motion, but they give to Milton on the counter. He takes it inside the 5 here on first down and goal. They're only going to get a yard out of the play. Second and goal from the 4 this time. Don't waste the opportunity here, though, if you're St. Francis. They're only 61% in the red zone, 11 touchdowns on 18 tries. It's a good man to give it to, though. He had 5 touchdowns last week, tying the school record.
We'll have to talk to Coach Curry after the game, but something had to be said because there's no physical contact in that unsportsmanlike penalty.
I think you're going to get that all game long. Bruns in motion out wide. Parade Barberin in at tailback. The big bowling ball will get it this time. He's hitting the backfield, and down he goes. Nice play by Robert Morris. In there first, Chris Connolly, the sophomore linebacker from Bolingbrook. There's 3.5 tackles behind the line now on the season. They're going to keep it quick, though, here. The St. Francis offense will. Third down and goal. They backed up about 3 yards, so third and goal from the 7.
Robert Morris just got too much penetration from their D line. Pierre had nowhere to go watch the penetration he gets. As soon as he gets the ball, he's got 3 guys right there.
They're going to throw here to, if you can hear.
But you heard him. Timeout, timeout, timeout.
Coach, that was shouting for the timeout.
Even kick it.
Honestly, I think
3. Watch the first move. Right there, bounces outside. He's got the speed to get outside. Watch this move right here. Dip. Take it back outside. Try spin move.
Salam at the gun. 2 wide outs right. Brandon Ruffin wide left. Has Dwayne Milton in the backfield with him. Keegan James, the tight end right. Linebacker shifting for Robert Morris. Showing a little pressure. They're going to bring a blitz. Jamal Salam quickly gets it out. A lot of contact early, but incomplete. I think he led Bruns just a bit too much on that slant. Brings up 4th down. Saints going to have to punt it away again.
Perfect timing by the DB. I thought he got in there a little early. Let's watch it again. Tries to throw a slant underneath, and let's see. Yeah, it might have been the titch early. They were booming them in pregame from this sideline here. The wind, as you watch this on your TV screen, is blowing right to left. See if you can knock it down inside the 10. Nice job off FeatherTech level.
And stops, picks it up at about the 40-yard line, and down he goes. He was underthrown, but the reason that Noah Comfort was able to get it, he was the one looking at the football. Defensive back did not know it was so underthrown.
Well, we got a linebacker. We had Randa on this. Watch, he gets a little pressure. Watch. Sheehan gets it, rolls out to the left. But look at Randa in a trail position, 36. Right there. Not used to governing guys on the sideline. He's used to more in a hook zone between the hashes.
Big first down play, longest play of the game so far for either team.
Ran him on a wheel down the left sideline.
Tight end Johnson is the cutback left. Nice cutback by Vaughn. 5 looking for the J25 in the first quarter.
Gave him an open lane down the left sideline. Watch, nobody's on the edge there. And all of a sudden he gets hook blocked. He goes right to the pylon.
Comfort is the holder. Snaps good. Hold down. Flag up. Kick in.
Well, they got him for offsides, I think, and then they also got him for roughing the kicker, I believe.
Okay. They have more penalty yards than offensive yards at this moment. They have 1 penalty for 15 yards. Right here, the big.
Immediately, we just go, no! We like both literally did this motion with our arms.
We didn't want the credit for first and second because we knew that's not what it really was.
Up down the middle of the field, has a guy open. Tough catch if he made it. He did. Touchdown. What a play and what a catch by Noah Comfort. A senior wide receiver with his first touchdown of the season, and it gives the Eagles a 10-point lead, 13-3 extra point coming up.
And I didn't think he was going to come down with that catch because I thought we were going to tip it away at the last second, but he just puts it right in the breadbasket, right over the outstretched arm. That's a great throw.
Extra point coming up. Omar Beltran, the junior kicker out of El Camino College out in L.A. 6 for 7 on extra points. 14-13, 14-54 as we just started our second quarter here, and the offense seems to be clicking for the Eagles, and the Saints still trying to figure something out. What are they doing wrong offensively? What do they need to start doing more of to try to move that football?
Because we're not running downhill, number one. We're having our offensive linemen try to hold those blocks on the edge a little bit long, and Robert Morris right now on the defensive line just quicker. Taking a look at the stats, St. Francis only rushed the ball for 2 yards total in the first quarter. I mean, total yards. Oh, 11 yards total offense in the first quarter. Held the ball for 6.5 minutes in the first quarter. Dwayne Milton, 5 carries, 13 yards. Major Deadman, 1 out of 3 for 5 yards. They're not doing anything special. I'm talking about Robert Morris, just in terms of execution. And I don't really think that Robert Morris is missing the listed starter at quarterback, Quinn Kelly. Jack Sheen has been doing a nice job, 3 out of 5 for 86 yards, and just a touchdown right there beginning of the second quarter.
It's Bruns and Mike Johnson ready to return the kickoff after the touchdown. High kick. It'll be Johnson from the 2. See if he gets a block here. Spring him on the sideline. Nope. He'll just get to about the 22, 23 yard line. Tell you what, I think Robert Morris has done their scouting. They know St. Francis likes to run it, and they've lived right at that line.
They know how they like to play.
Second
blocked. We can't get to this.
Milton again is left backfield. They don't throw a flag on the play. Oh, it's making the harder offensively.
Because of the schedules both teams have played, the turnover ratio is in negative territory for both teams. As St. Francis comes in with -5 on the turnover ratio, Robert Morris comes in -7. Be a good spot right now for the Saints to get a turnover.
Keep an eye out for R.J. Williams. There's head coach Jared Williams' son, a 9th-year head coach for Robert Morris. See, R.J. is deep. He's playing center field here for the Saints. Snap to Sheehan under center. Stretch play out to Kevon Johnson, and he's getting some nice blocking and a 12-yard first down run to the 35. He's running tough today.
And again, we talked about this in the first quarter. Your linebackers, because you play primarily a 3-man front, they've got to make their reads on their keys sooner than they're making them right now and come downfield. Injured Robert Morris player on the field. Looks like it's number 75 limping off. See, offensive linemen, we don't need an ambulance. We don't need a stretcher. We don't need anything. Even if there's a bone sticking out, you still get off the field.
First down for the Eagles. Saint 35-yard line. They've started on the wrong half of the 50 a couple times already today. 12.5 minutes to go in the first half. They run it. This time, Ed Clark. He'll pick up another first down. 11-yard carry that time.
And Robert Morris is starting to get chunk plays right now. 10, 12 yards a rush.
First down carry for Robert Morris. Tackled by number 14, Michael Rubin.
First down again. See if they keep it on the ground. They've had success. They turn and give again to Clark. This time he's hitting the backfield. Drop for a loss. Looks like John Pullen, the safety, was up helping out with the play.
And now that's going to open up a little play action. Watch this. He gets penetration, comes up right there. Both guys make the tackle, but now as you sit there, you got to bring up your secondary people and make some run stops. And all of a sudden that opens up behind you.
It's Chris Johnson helping out on the play, number 51, the linebacker from Immaculate Conception. Second down and 12 for the Eagles, back up to the 25-yard line of the Saints. Under center, Sheehan. Fakes left, naked boot right, fires on the run, has a man open on the sideline, and the effort gets him past the marker, I believe. Another first down. He's about 4 yards shy when he caught it, but nice burst to speed up the sideline. Pullen able to push him out right at the stick.
A little bit of a boot rollout. Watch, fake right there, rolls out. Nobody right there on the edge. Just an easy pitch and catch. He just runs a simple 7-yard out route. Gets enough for the first down. Oh, they're going to mark him short. Third and probably a football length.
Nick Fisher with the catch. Single back is Clark. They give to him, and look at the room he's got on the right side. Spins past to the 10-yard line. He needed about a football length. He got 5 yards. First down and perhaps goal here.
St. Francis showed a blitz. They walked up both linebackers. Looked like a double-A gap.
27 yards passing. 48 yards on the ground. First and goal here for the Eagles. Up 14-3. Again, they're going to run it to Kevon Johnson after a breather. Only thing the Saints can do is try to track him down from behind as he gets to the 6-yard line, a pickup of 4.
Robert Morris is favoring their right side of their offensive line. They really like that. They've got most of their chunk yardage plays off right tackle right there.
Running behind right guard Zach Ballantyne, 290 junior. And the right tackle, John Connerly Bay, a 260-pound senior out of Evanston. Anchoring that offensive line for Robert Morris. Second down and goal at the 6. There's Kevon Johnson, the transfer from UW-Platteville, JCA product. Played a lot of games on this ATI field turf. Fake to him, roll out. Pullen, looking, toss, goal line.
Ball!
It is incomplete. They said it was hit before the receiver got control at the goal line. I don't know if you saw John Pullen there. He was racing after the quarterback and he realized, oh, there's somebody behind me about to catch this football, and he turned around. Watch.
Boy, slows plays it. What? Tight end, slow plays it, gets it, and that's a good effort. No, I think he never had possession. Never brought that in. But again, he's wide open. That's the third time they've run that little play.
And Blake Evans agrees with you at number 17. New linebacker for the Saints out of Concordia, St. Paul up in Minnesota. Lincoln Way West product back at home here in the area. Third down and goal for Robert Morris. Sheehan's going to throw it. Here comes pressure. He's going to keep it and go. Shoulder down. And
he's down.
Yeah, wow, they're going to put him down at the half-yard line.
His knee was down. I was watching. His knee hit the 1 yard line before he got the ball over.
Chris Johnson there on the hit for St. Francis. Watch it again.
Let's see, a little bootleg. He gets outside again at right side. Let's see if his left knee hits down right there.
Ooh, that's a good call by that referee. It was right in front of him. So fourth down and a yard. Robert Morris is going to go for it here with 9 minutes to go. They're up 14-3.
And I'm guessing if I'm a betting man, they're going to run over the right side.
Looking to go up 3 possessions here. Or 2 possessions, I believe, if I do my math right. Ed Clark, they're going to quarterback sneak in. Last year's game ended. If you remember, Saints won by 2 points last year. After a touchdown by Robert Morris, they went for 2 to try to tie it. And St. Francis stuffed him at the line, much like that play. Mike Flachek, the nose tackle out of Providence Catholic. part of that big
he
stop.
Just put his head down. Sheehan did. He didn't take a. Usually, you teach your quarterbacks to take a step back, look where the seam is, either between A gap on the right side, A gap on the B side, jump over, extend the ball over. Because once you extend the ball over, it's a touchdown. He never extended the ball. He just put his head down, tried to barrel through there. All you got to do is hop up, dive over, extend that ball. It's a touchdown.
Running on first down from the shadows of the goalpost. And a nice first down run from the 1 yard line out to the 10, 9-yard pickup by Dwayne Milton.
He was a half a step of breaking that for 90 all the way down the right sideline. Just got tripped up. St. Francis has got to eat up clock here on this drive.
Running again for the first down, a pickup of 3.
And you'll take that right now because all you want to do is move the chains, get out of the shadow of your own goalpost and give yourself a little bit more room to operate.
8:06 to go. First down, here is Major Dedmond looking to throw, nothing there. He's going to tuck it and go. He's dangerous here in the open field. Cuts it back up. He'll pick up a first down with his legs, plus a few more. 13-yard carry by the freshman quarterback, Major Dedmond. Second first down in a row.
And I don't think that was a planned or called quarterback draw, but he does a nice job of faking his man. Watch this first fake he puts on there. Looks downfield, nothing. Now watch this fake he puts right on the edge. Got it right there. Gets a guy going back inside, gets on the edge, gets enough for the first down.
Again, they give to Milton, left side, looking to get the edge. Nice chunk of yards on first down.
In this conference, in this league, you can't sit there and rest on your laurels. I know they had a nice game last week, had a bunch of touchdowns, a bunch of yards rushing, but maybe it took St. Francis about a quarter to get going here offensively.
Where were those couple of plays when they were in the red zone last quarter? 7 minutes till halftime. The freshman quarterback in shotgun, Milton on his right hip. Going to give to Dwayne, looking for anything there, but not much. He'll pick up a yard to the 34-yard line. Makes it third down again for the Saints.
I think Dedmond's good enough if he sits there and just fakes it and get to the outside on the zone read.
St. Francis just 1 for 6 on third down. Blitz being shown by the Eagle D. Let's see how many they bring. They're going to bring 4. Throwing right side, and it's caught, but about a yard that time. It was Seth Williams, wide receiver, unable to hold on to it.
Wide receiver mistake because in that situation,
called for and made at the 40. In some trap.
They're scoring before the halftime.
Deep today, but they have run with both quarterbacks. Again, right. Oh,
Judge. Do they have a little photographer's box or a line? They're
going to run
your job description.
Yeah, keep your head on a swivel out there.
Penalty of the ball game. St. Francis had a penalty for 15 yards in their first. Robert Morris, looks like Robert Morris.
Evan, St. Francis just 41 total yards, 35 on the ground, 6 through the air. They nearly have as many penalty yards as they do offensive yards. They have 2 penalties for 20 yards.
I'd kind of like to be a fly in the wall in the locker room at halftime and hear what coaches are going to say here, because I don't think there's going to be a lot of adjustments being made in terms of scheme and technique. I think it's going to be more of an effort and do what you're coached to do. Very nice homecoming crowd here in front of us at ATI Field.
Beautiful day for it. Highs up into the 60s, a little cloudy. Sun and clouds kind of mixed throughout the day. A little rain in the forecast, but should be after the festivities here at Memorial Stadium. I know we're having some technical difficulties with the video feed, so if you're listening to the radio feed, we appreciate you switching over, and we're going to try our best to get those tech feeds figured out so we get that video up and running for you again. Third down and 7 for Robert Morris after the timeout. $1:52 to go in the first half. St. Francis trails 14-3. Scored on a fumble in the first possession, but unable to really move the ball after that. That was caught right at about the 34, 30 or 36, 35 yard line. And I think you're right. I think it will be about a half a yard short. So another 4th down and short situation. Another timeout called by Robert Morris with $1:45 to go. You can't take him with you.
Well, I don't know if you needed to call a timeout right there. You had $1:45 left to go in the first half. You're moving it. And during your practice plan and on your play call sheet, you would have a 4th down play.
So on 4th and short, they've been stuffed once, and they picked it up one time. You really just got to go to Kevon again, don't you? Or Ed Clark, their running back. They both have been running very well.
Give it to your big stud.
St. Francis defense, I think, has been playing pretty good.
Well, the time of possession has got to really favor Robert Morris.
Exactly, yeah.
They've had the ball, it seems like, for about 20 minutes of this first half.
Yeah, given the amount of time that St. Francis defense has been on the field, I think they've done pretty well. $16.5 minutes for Robert Morris, 11.5 for St. Francis in terms of time of possession. 4th down and 1 for Robert Morris again. They're going to go with the I formation. Ed Clark, the tailback. Couple tight ends right side, Sheehan under center. See, wow.
You really how Robert Morris is moving the football.
Give him a little breather here. And finally into Robert Morris. League Roberts, look how big of a target he is in his hand. So much better.
Rough.
The 6th then for the Saints. Johnson still the running back, and Jamal Salam, the junior transfer from West Hills College in Hanford, California. 55% through the air, 1 touchdown, 1 pick this season. Brandon Ruffin left, Justin Bruns right, Malik Roberts, the tight end, on the right side of the line. They're going to bring some extra pressure. Salam steps up, throws it on the run, incomplete. Not sure if he was looking for Malik Roberts or he was looking to throw it away, but either way, incomplete 2nd down.
I think he's looking for Roberts on the shallow cross that time. Got a little bit of traffic. Actually, not a bad pass. 32.8 seconds left to go here before halftime. Even if St. Francis just got a field goal, make it a 1-score game, that would be huge.
2nd down and 10 for the Saints. Hard count from Jamal. Nobody jumped that time. To throw. Looking end zone.
He's open.
Looking for Ruffin. A lot of hand holding there.
Oh!
He did not. It sure looked like there was a lot of holding onto that jersey there, but referees again were right in front of it. Incomplete pass in the back of the end zone. Looking to get Ruffin a score here.
I think it went both ways. There's a lot of hand fighting. Throws to the back of the end zone. Let's see what Ruff does. Yeah, he was locked down pretty good.
Heck of a play, though.
He was locked down pretty good.
Heck of a play by Chris Shannon, the junior corner from Tupelo, Mississippi, to hang with Ruffin. Now it's 3rd and 10. I don't think you could take a shot here now. You need to pick up some kind of yards. Jamal Salam likes to adjust things on the line. Mike Johnson in the backfield. They're going to throw again on 3rd and 10. Firing right, and that one just sailed out of bounds. Looking for Bruns. I think there was a miscommunication there.
It shouldn't have been an option route to that side of the field. He thought he was going to run an out route. He ran a hook route.
Fourth down and 10 for the Saints. They're going to go for it.
Yeah, I think it's because of the wind in their face. I think a field goal is a little bit long here.
Pressure being shown by the Eagles. Oh, they got one to jump. Couldn't snap the ball in time, though. And timeout by the Saints. They try to figure it out here with 23 seconds to go.
When you look back and you watch game films tomorrow, there's little things that going to cause you a little bit of misery. And I mean, when we came down here, we had 1st and goal down here, and we had to settle for a field goal. Now we sit there and we run a third down play, and if the receiver runs the correct route where the quarterback threw him, he runs an out route instead of a hook route, he might catch that ball and get enough for the first down. So it's just little bitty things that you got to clean up.
My thought on this, find Malik Roberts. Find the big guy down the middle of the field. He's had a very nice season so far. 9 catches, 95 yards. He's tied with Ruffin for most catches on the team. Ruffin's your deep threat, but really haven't been able to connect on that this year. Malik Roberts probably your most reliable guy.
He is, but in order for him to open up, I mean, in the middle of the field, the linebackers got to be able to run the ball so he has more room to operate between the numbers.
It's Coach Joe Curry leaves the offensive duties to Matt McCarthy, been the offensive coordinator here for a number of years. Assistant coach of the year a few years ago in the conference. And here we go on 4th down. 4th and 10 for the Saints. Jamal Salam, the junior, takes a snap. They need 10. Here comes pressure, and he's going to be sacked back at the 38.
If he could have had a little bit more time, they ran a wheel route with Johnson out of the backfield, he would have been wide open down the left sideline.
It was Shane Darsaw, the defensive end, the junior out of California. His first sack of the season. 3rd on the team in total sacks, though. It's nice when you get a defensive lineman.
Now watch 23 at the top of your screen. He's going to go right by that linebacker right there. If he just had a little bit more time, he could have put it up.
18 seconds to go. See if the Eagles try to make something happen or if they're content with their 14-3 lead.
I would be content, and then St. Francis gets the ball to start the second half.
You bet. They are in a kneel-down formation, so this snap will take us to halftime. Last few seconds will tick off. Saints offense sputtering here a bit. It's just 6 first downs and 52 total yards, but it's still just a pretty close game here at halftime. 14-3, our halftime score. We'll take a break, get some stats, and we're going to work on that video feed for you, too. If you're tuning into the audio side, you want to make sure we get that up. We're going to work on that here at halftime as well. Halftime score 14-13 here at homecoming for St. Francis against Robert Morris. You're listening and watching St. Francis football on the USF Sports TV Network.